Another hot day today. Not as hot as yesterday anyways, by the looks of it. Although in other parts of the world, apparently there's been some records. Like this one here says, per the climate data in XMACIS2, this is the first time since 1913 that Death Valley has reached 130 degrees Fahrenheit. In July 2013, it has reached 129 degrees Fahrenheit. If valid, it would be the hottest August temperature at the site by 3 Fahrenheit. Wow, what is that, like almost 55 degrees Celsius here? That's hot. Like what's considered hot here? Like maybe what, 28 or 30? Although it makes me wonder, if someone's in an area where they're completely used to, let's just say 40 degrees Celsius, 30 degrees Celsius, like, oh, that's nothing. Like you guys are basically crying over a little breeze. What happens if they come to a place like this and it's like, I don't know, 2 degrees Celsius, 5 degrees Celsius? Would they be like, man, that's like below freezing? It'll be like the complete polar opposite. I guess this was a headline grabber, although I'm wondering, is it over-exaggerated in terms of it's not actually verified? Because this one says, Trump plane nearly hit by small drone Sunday, witnesses say. President Donald Trump's jet was nearly hit by what appeared to be a small drone as it approached an airport near Washington Sunday night, according to several people aboard Air Force One. The device, which was yellow and black and shaped like a cross, was off the right side of the plane. It was seen by several passengers on the jet shortly before it touched down at 5:54 p.m. Yellow and black, shaped like a cross. What popular drone would that look like? That doesn't describe the description of basically any of them to my knowledge without color and stuff like that. Although interestingly enough, it linked to this tweet here, and this person here says, real Donald Trump just landed at Andrews on AF1 shortly before while descending. We flew right over a small object remarkably close to the president's plane. Resembled a drone, though I'm no expert. Okay, do I need to say anything more? I guess the first thought would be, how high were they when they were actually descending to make it more plausible whether or not, I guess it was just some random consumer guy flying a drone, if it even is one, because according to this, there's so much doubt. This is basically like the new UFO for many people, and I guess the unfortunate thing is if you always say, what? Oh, I guess it was a drone, then that creates like the hysteria and all that. I guess those celebrity messages about distancing and stuff like that isn't actually working here, huh? This one says, late night street parties on Granville Strip prompts response from Vancouver police. Yeah, that's like right after all those announcements and stuff like that. It makes me wonder if people are just tuning out to that type of advice just because there's something else in relations to, I guess, say a medical professional giving to people where they just think it's so crazy, they're just saying, okay, that's it, we're not listening to this anymore. For example, apparently in some places in the US, if you're like a government worker or something like that, some places are actually mandating that you wear a mask even if you're at home doing a virtual conference. Like, unless people are telling me like these places are like fake news or something like that is basically beyond me. Wearing like a mask, saying doing a virtual conference you can affect other people like across the computer screen, so you need to wear a mask like that. I would wonder what is going on. Like I can see that would have people say, that's it, I'm not listening to this anymore, so it doesn't matter what kind of celebrity or whatever you use. Or something like here in BC, this is 100% real. It's from the official BC Center of Disease and Control site. Because people had questions, for example, okay, what about if they're with their partners, how do they have sex during this time? Are they gonna get COVID, like no matter what? It says here, for example, wear a face covering or mask. Heavy breathing during sex can create more droplets that may transmit COVID-19. Avoid or limit kissing and saliva exchange. Choose sexual positions that limit face-to-face contact. Use barriers like walls, e.g. glory holes, that allow for sexual contact but prevent close face-to-face contact. So like there, I'm honestly wondering whether or not reading stuff like this makes people just tune out completely, saying, that's it, I'm not listening to this anymore. So it makes me wonder whether or not they should reevaluate whether or not the advice that are given is actually practical to, I guess in a sense, hopefully get people back to a life as normal as possible, so to speak, with precautions. Because I can imagine, again, stuff like this is why people are just completely ignoring it. I guess with an example, to my knowledge, just from what I read, like the face mask, they can protect you, for example, from particles and all that, so they should offer a form of protection. But to my understanding too, the droplets or whatever are so small that they could actually get through some of the masks. So it's not a situation where if you wear a mask, you can be right in front of the person, for example, just laughing away, yelling and all that. Whereas that's the impression that a lot of people actually have. So right now it is more about, I guess, the type of information that are put out there and all that too. A propeller warning. before the firmware, this was that infamous max power error, and I did suspect it was actually always the bottom left propeller too. So let's see if that actually gives it a fix again. I guess that's a little better in terms of having that alert of which one it is specifically. Although in general, I guess you should just replace everything as well. Those propellers in the Mini actually are really, I guess, fragile or flimsy, if that's what you want to say, compared to like the ones in the Pro and all that. Alright, see you guys later.